What's poppin', y'all? This your boy Bishop, back for episode 84 of Shit That Be On My Mind. If you like what I be saying, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Today, we gonna talk about women ain't perfect. And if you take the W and the A and the P, it coincides with the song that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just dropped, which is WAP. And, I'm pretty sure y'all know what that acronym stands for. But mine is Women Ain't Perfect. And what I mean by that is, um, when you think about hip hop and you look at the birth of it, what message they was trying to send, like hip hop started off fun, right? That was the East Coast. It started off fun and had a little message. Then it turned into pro-black, had a conscience. And then it ushered in, after the conscious era, ushered in the NWA, which was the gangster. Then after that, it just got worse. Then females wanted a voice. Because the prior females, from MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Miss Melody, Nikki D. I mean, the list goes on and on. They wasn't rapping like that. They was rapping with a message, or they was rapping about empowerment. Women being empowered, having a voice. So again, like I said, they was in that whole conscious beginning of the era hip hop, and then when the NWA came out, then all of a sudden it got worse, and then it gave the birth to the Little Kims and the Foxy Browns and things of that nature. So it just got worse. So women felt like, okay, for us to have a voice at the table, we gotta talk like this. We gotta act like this. So that's what I mean by women ain't perfect. You know what I mean? Just like men make mistakes and chase the bag or make wrong decisions when creating a family, all the above. Women ain't perfect either. They make bad decisions too. And in the case of this new song, showing that women do make bad decisions. Because this whole narrative of, well, I ain't no role model. Well, I ain't this. Well, I ain't that. But it's been proven through the time hip hop started to where it's at now that hip hop is very influential. See, I'm 43 years old. So I grew up in the not the early hip hop, but the conscious era. You know what I'm saying? Self-destruction. You headed for self. That era. You know what I mean? From De La Soul, potholes in my lawn. You know what I mean? Then I went through the NWA phase. I was in that. And so on and so forth. And when it got to Snoop, Dr. Dre, and Death Row, Suge Knight and Death Row, hip-hop was already being weaponized, basically. So, in my hood, we was already doing hood shit, but the music was like a soundtrack. So, I can listen to Spice One, Trigger Got No Heart, Ain't No Love Trick, and I can connect that song to cab driver being killed, such and such being killed, such and such pulling the gun on such and such. And what I'm saying, when I say such and such, these is real stories, real incidences. So the music was like a soundtrack. So it was influential in how we was moving already. And I love Spice One. I love all the stuff I used to rock to. But as a 43-year-old man, I sit back and say, damn, this shit was violent as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was really out there, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids, man. Dope, guns, really living this shit. And then when the era ushered in with the Lil Kims and the Foxy Browns, I watched how women mindset changed to being, as we say, sack chasers. If you ain't got no money, basically being a high class prostitute. That's what Lil Kim and Foxy Brown was. Like, we only fucking with the top niggas. If you a bum nigga, if you a weak nigga, we ain't rocking with you. So basically, Um, and Foxy Brown had a song called "I Ain't Rocking With You." You know what I mean? Which is another song I enjoyed. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the music, but I look at how it got weaponized and how it got used against us. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it created so many females around my way to become sack chasers, to become like, okay, whoever got the most money can basically get this pussy. And I hate to be so blunt, but that's just basically how it was. So if you had the bag, as they say now, you know, we said sack chasers and gold diggers and all that, but now it's the bag. But at the end of the day, if you had that bag, that gold, whatever, you can basically bang them. So it created a gang of single mamas, a gang of STDs, a gang of dysfunctional relationships. So we fast forward to where we at now with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and then it's like a new revolution of women's rights wrapped into that, along with LGBTQZ rights wrapped into that. It's a whole gang of shit just wrapped up into it. And the people at the top, the puppet masters, I'm not gonna say their name, but we're gonna just say Ish. ISH, Ish. Y'all can put it together with the rest. But them folk at the top is the puppet masters. Look at their history. Look how they invented Hollywood. Read that book. How they created Hollywood. They understand how powerful images are. Because the images that they use now was used against them by AH. That's what I'm going to say. And if y'all know any history of back in the 30s and 40s of what World War II was about, you'll know who when I say AH. Okay? But he used images and propaganda against them, so when it came time to exterminate them, people was already like, yeah, I feel you, because they didn't put so much imagery out there. And it's just stuck in people's minds. You know, it's just hatred. So they understand the powerfulness of that. We still young in the mind. We still, as a people, we still young. Politically wise, entertainment wise, everything, we still young. We the oldest people in the world as far as DNA and being on this planet, but we young. This generation of black folk is very young to this world. We got an old lineage, but we new to this world, if that makes sense to y'all. So at the end of the day, when you look at how they use the imagery and the money, the allure against us, and have us feeling like, okay, we got to be savages. See, Queen Latifah, and then when talking about being no savage, Queen Latifah talking about, who you calling a bitch? UNITY. You understand? MC Light. Everything was about empowerment, women standing up for themselves and not being a hoe. See, now, again, it got weaponized. Now women feeling like I'm a woman, and that's what I mean by the title "Women Ain't Perfect," because they not understanding. You don't have to be a hoe or degrade yourself and then in the same breath say I'm a strong female, I'm a real one, I'm a this, that, and the third. Because the young girls that's watching that shit not understanding. So they being over sexualized. They getting all these images pushed in their mind that all their power come from below. So that's how they gonna use it. So it's going to create a generation of females who don't mind selling their body, which they doing now, but it's just going to get worse. And they're not going to have no type of sympathy, no type of repercussion, no type of nothing in their mind. They just going to be like, so what? I'm a powerful woman. But you sell pussy all day. That's not powerful. Coretta Scott King, powerful. Shirley Chisholm, powerful. Betty Shabazz, powerful. On and on and on. All the women back then was powerful. They didn't have to strip naked. They didn't have to be naked. They ain't have to, every 5 seconds got they coochie out. You understand? And still made an impact with their immediate family and the world. What impact is a female gonna make if she just around here bopping, sleeping with every man she see, every man she whatever? I'ma get. Hey, he paid me. I'm a paid bitch. I'm a boss bitch. I'm watching these chicks on Instagram. They got the Rolexes. They popping champagne. They like niggas. They like little niggas with coochies. And they don't think nothing they doing has a repercussion or nothing is wrong with that. Because it's been weaponized and now it's normal. Just like when in hip hop, when I was younger, when I talk about Spice One, the Snoop Dogs and all that, that shit was normal to, hey bitches ain't shit, but we were just dogging bitches. You know what I mean? That was our whole thing, just dog bitches, get money. It was a repercussion for that. So now I'm 43, I look at all the niggas that's my age, got a gang of baby mamas, gang of issues. Niggas in prison, niggas and got killed. And hip hop played a part in that. It's not the full. See, people trying to do like a deflection or a Jedi mind trick. I'm not saying that hip hop or Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion is the whole issue of why women the way they is or why things the way they is. But it's playing a huge part in that. Because if you see that shit every day, they got YouTube and all that shit now. See, back in my day, we had to wait for Rap City, MTV and shit like that. Now they can just go to their phone and watch the video a million fucking times. We had to sit and wait after school, 3, 4 o'clock, wait for Rap City to pay the top 10 boys and hopefully it made the top 10 so we can see it. Or if it's in rotation on MTV, MTV Raps. You understand? Like, man, we had to sit and wait. They don't have to sit and wait now. They can just watch that shit over. They can put that shit on repeat. So that this image is stuck in their head. So little young girls like, oh, I want to be like Megan Thee Stallion. I want to be like Cardi B. Like, Cardi B got a line in the song like, I don't cook and clean, but I still got the ring. So yeah, it's gonna be a generation of females like, you know what, I ain't doing none of that shit. And they fail to realize it ain't about a nigga. You just want to take care of yourself, period. Know how to cook, clean, all that for yourself. If all you do is just dress nice and wear nice things and do your hair nice, but you don't know how to take care of a home, that just don't add up to me. As a woman, it ain't about a guy. It ain't about a dude. Like, as a person, like, I'm going to teach my sons how to take care of themselves. So if they get a woman, it's just extra. But they going to know how to cook, clean, and do all that shit for themselves. Because that's what you should want to do for yourself. So, y'all just don't understand how detrimental and how of a negative impact that song is gonna have on them little girls that's out here. You got old females my age talking up, man, you is sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Because a lot of females I grew up with, man, they got a trillion kids, a trillion abortions. Let's talk about that. A trillion abortions. Mind toe up. Got hooked on drugs, drank a lot, slept with a lot of guys, and now they at an era in their life because their kids is old and out the house. Now they trying to find them a mate. It's hard for them to find a mate now. So all they do is stay on Facebook dogging niggas. But really, you created that. You was in the whole Little Kim, Foxy Brown era and thought you was maybe you did get a baller, but he ended up going to prison or getting killed. So now you got that nigga kids and now you just stuck. You didn't plan for the future. So all them old chicks I be seeing online, I'm like, y'all need to sit down somewhere, for real, and try to teach these little young girls that that ain't the way. Just like us old niggas need to teach the young niggas that what they listening to, all that gangster. Like I heard a nigga say on Facebook, the niggas like, yeah, I like Detroit rap, I don't like Chicago rap, cause Chicago rap too. Man, you end up catching a homicide case listening to Chicago. And the nigga came up in there in the comment like, man, I don't even listen to Chicago. I don't listen to that weak ass Detroit shit. But both they shit is violent. You understand? Like, that shit is violent, yo. So when you fast forward and you see all these niggas like they had a killing at a Coney Island, Here in Detroit, man, about a couple weeks back, man, the boy put a gun out, shot them boys, and killed all 4 of them boys, man. Here in my hometown in Lansing, a guy just killed 2 cats, man. Just shot them boys inside the little wing heaven thing. Like, it's super violent out here. It's super violent. So we as the older niggas, we didn't even teach the little young niggas nothing. They just took the era of what we was doing and multiplied it. They even worse now. Cause they really, when Spice One had that song, The Trigger Got No Heart, they really living that right now. Cause they trigger got no heart. You feel me? So we gotta live with that. So a lot of women, especially black women, gonna have to live with the fact that their daughters is gonna be little whores, and it's gonna be repercussions for that. So that's what I mean by women ain't perfect, man. They wanna. It's like if you speak about gay issues, all of a sudden you're homophobic. So if you speak about a female, oh, you just bashing, you just hating. No, it's real talk. That's real talk, man. It's not me hating on a woman. But if I got a little girl, I don't want my little girl like that. You understand? Being glamorized and stripping? Like that's what womanhood is about now? Being a hoe and just having all the nice things, and like I said, you got the girls on Instagram with the champagne and the chains and rings and things. That's what it's about now. And the wearing the little biker suits with your coochie out and your titties out. That's what a woman is being about now. That's what a woman is. So that's what I mean by it's been weaponized. So now they got us at our lowest. And keep in mind, women are the kid's first teacher. So that's the ones they gonna learn from, man. So that's just my take on it. I don't like it, but I ain't gonna knock their hustle. That's the way they gotta get their money, gotta feed their fam. And they feeling like this is the way they gonna feed their family or how they gonna make their money. So that part I'm not knocking. But the shit they putting out, I don't like it. And that's just my take on it. You have a good day.